You start the book with two inscriptions, I guess, one from Mel Brooks and one from Norman Mailer. Can you read us them and
Yeah,
then
I'm
tell us
happy to.
why you selected them, and then we'll turn to uh, Sid Caesar, the kid.
Yeah, there are actually three epigraphs. I didn't know which ones to pick, so I went with all three of them. My Solomonic solution. Um, the the one from Mel Brooks came. I interviewed him in his studio office in California, and we talked for a couple of hours. And like many people I interviewed, he couldn't say enough about Sid Caesar. I mean, it wasn't one of these interviews where I felt that he couldn't wait to get me out the door. He was eager to talk about Sid, and he went on at considerable length. And I think that it was because a couple reasons, really. One reason was that Sid had discovered him, had plucked him from obscurity, had cultivated him, had appreciated him. Mel has said many times, most recently on the HBO documentary, no Sid Caesar, no Mel Brooks. And that's not overstatement. Um, and so Mel wanted to pay tribute to him and to acknowledge Sid's incredible impact on his life. Um, and I think he also wanted to rectify what he considered to be a historic anomaly and injustice that Sid had been largely neglected. And he wanted to rehabilitate him in a way. And one way to do that was to talk to the guy that was writing a book about him. So we had a long conversation in his office. And when I went back and listened to it again, not for the first time, I heard this quote for the first time, and suddenly it just seemed so apposite. It was so relevant to one of the themes in my book that I gave Mel the very first word in the book with it, actually, which is, he's talking to me now. This is in the interview. I'm proud of you. You really understood the show. This is in my second interview with him. So he's talking, sort of acknowledging what I'd come to learn between the first and second interview. Now you're going to do this book, and people are going to say, gee, this is really good and really interesting. Just one question, David. Who's Sid Caesar? You're going to get that. Who was Sid Caesar? So, what better way to set up what I was setting out to do but that quote from Mel Brooks, which sort of posed the problem that I was going to face, and in fact have faced, even with the publication of the book. We can come back to that. But, part of the challenge of coming out with a book like this is getting people to pay attention, because Sid is not a household name, except in comedic circles. So that's one of the epigraphs in the book. The second one is from Norman Mailer,